Hey there, let me just please say thank you for downloading this tool. It is going to change, it's foundational for us. So I just really hope that it has the impact on your business as it does on ours and all the people that we work with. My name is Jeremy Rupp. I'm with Spectrum Real Estate. Let's dive right in and get into our favorite customer tool. So again, as always, please reach out. I'll put a link down below in terms of how you could schedule a consultation call if you'd like. We have all sorts of exciting and fun tools for you. If you don't have the full mind map, you can get that as well. But again, let me dive right into this and so you can check this out. This is really cool. Oh, one other thing is that this is a two-part series. As you'll notice is that what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at this PDF, which sort of describes the concept a little bit. We found that having this, as opposed to just diving right in the tool, was more powerful than just blabbering about the tool. So nonetheless, there's two videos for this one. Don't forget to click down below to watch the second part of it, okay? That is where we really get to dive in. So nonetheless, here we go. This will be quick. So what we have again here is the favorite customer tool. So what we want to do is we really want to wrap our head around the idea that if we can work with people that we want to work with, as opposed to that we have to, we can have more fun, we can be more productive. Like basically our life is better financially and everywhere in between, right? So what we want to do is go through a little bit of an exercise. So again, this is just a few short slides, and then we're going to jump into video number 2 in a second. So you want to define your favorite customer so you can crush it. I stole this from Gary Vee years and years and years ago with his first book. Was it 2009 or something? I read that baby. But nonetheless, I say it probably way too frequently, but pardon me on that one. But nonetheless, what we want to do is we want to wrap our head around this idea is that if we can really nail down this person that it is that we enjoy to work with, everything can be better. Just like the roadblocks that in life seem to get smaller and or disappear in some cases. So nonetheless, that's the objective here. So the first question we want to ask ourselves is, who do I actually want to work with? Okay, now in a second here, we're going to dive into the actual tool where we'll really define who this is, okay? And it's going to go into great detail, but the idea is that who are they? What do they look like? What are they passionate about? Blah, 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 blah. What are their goals? Here's one thing that's interesting down here is that oftentimes it's a reflection of ourselves. So we want to work with people that are somewhat related to us, right? In some cases, that's not the case. For instance, if you were in a $300,000 or $400,000 neighborhood, but your ideal customer is in a $700,000 neighborhood, that's okay. We still want to look into this. And I just put this in here as a no because sometimes that is the case. Okay, guys? All right. So the next question is, where can we find them? So where do they hang out? What do they do? Do they have kids? Do they go to sporting events? Do they do this? Are they active in sports? Are they into art? What are they into? Once we can figure that out, we can figure out a lot of other things, okay? Because the whole idea here is that we're trying to figure out who they are and then how we can add value to their life so that we gain their attention and they want to engage with us and we can just have bliss, right? Okay, so the next question is this. What are we going to give them and offer them and attract them to want them to realize that we want to work with them? Okay, what is that thing? Okay, so what we do is, you'll see this in the tool really quickly here, is that we go through and we brainstorm different things that may or may not fit them and where to add value about them. We talk about their real estate knowledge and their extracurricular activities and who they are as a person, their age, retired or not, or so on and so forth. So we can really just try to figure out little pockets where we can add value to their life, okay? And one big thing here is that we want to be able to gain their attention, okay? So one big deal here, you guys, is that what we don't want to do is blend in. I mean, well, maybe you do, I guess, but I would highly encourage not blending in, because being just like everybody else is probably not going to get you the results that you're looking for. So what we're trying to do is stand out, right? So let's use some of these things and leverage them. And so the next thing here is just to really think about the customer journey, really, right? And how can we wow this customer of ours? Because they're on a journey, okay? And this whole idea of a customer journey, I think is pretty clever. It's relatively simple, but it's a big deal, you guys. So let's try to wrap our head around the idea is that let's get up in the morning, pretend that we're our favorite customer. What does that day look like, right? Once we can do that, we can do a lot of things. And ultimately what we want to do is we want to wow them so that we get endless amounts of our favorite customer with ease, right? In the beginning, it might be a little bit harder than it is, say, 6 months down the road or 2 years or what have you. And then the final slide here is just kind of a fun little slide about talking about that customer journey, right? It gives you a couple ideas as to some ways to engage with them before and after the sale and so on and so forth. But let's dive into the next one. Make sure to click down below for the next video and dive right in. Thank you so much.